Hello and welcome to this Sea of Thieves review video of mine. Might also rant on about some stuff here and there, so we'll see. But I've had time to calm down since my last video I made of my review of Sea of Thieves, because I made it right after I was playing a bit and got angry about some stuff. But first off, my rating of Sea of Thieves. There are probably like many ratings here and there of different types. Mine is going to be like, say in school, you know, A, B, C, D, F and all that. My rating for it would be D. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it's graphically amazing. The water is nice. I mean, it's a beautiful game. The controls work. One thing I would say highly above it of other shooters is at least its melee combat works, you know? At least it's got actual good melee combat. It feels like melee, and it's understandable the way the melee works in here. It's not gonna be a one-hit knife kill like with the sword or anything. You gotta get a couple hits into a person or even the skeletons. It's nice. I mean, the missions are okay. Granted, they are. I mean, they're. Reason why it's a D is, like, as other people, there's not that much content. It's like the content in the game. There's some of it, but it is a bit repetitive is the issue, and the time it takes to do some of this stuff, it's like, I would understand this game would be considered to be a good game if it was at a $30 price range, but I think it's highway robbery that it's $60, seriously, unless they are not gonna charge you for any DLC down the road. The $60 price range would be considered just a highway robbery fully if they do charge you for DLC down the road, or like microtransactions or shit like that. Seriously, I mean, it's a beautiful game and it's got nice controls and stuff, but like I said, the price range is one of the reasons why I think it's not that good of a game with how much content it's there. You know, like when I say it's repetitive, it feels repetitive, kind of like how Fortnite is, not the battle royale aspects, but the base game that you actually have to pay for, or like how what else was there? Borderlands. I mean, Borderlands are a okay game, but let's be realistic. Those games were kind of highly repetitive on some of the stuff. Like, Borderlands itself is okay games, but the one thing I just found annoying and stupid about those, other than the fact that it was kind of like there's like too much, like you know how you have like what is it, the Elder Scrolls or the Fallout games, and how it's like, you know, you gotta search through 1,000 things to find stuff here and there, which is kind of, you know, you guys, developers, you need to stop that because that's like just boring stuff. You know, you gotta search through like 5 loot crates here and there kind of thing, you know, or it's like shelves and like, oh, there's something in the couch kind of thing, you know, whatever, you know, like it's like that. Like, they overdid that, I found, in Borderlands, how you like search open like these cabinets or whatever they're called and shit in here and there, and just like the gun thing too. It's like we got a billion gazillion guns. Like, let's not be realistic. No, you don't. Because the thing is, when you want to talk about how many different guns you got, you want to think it's like, oh, well, this gun shoots acid at the rate of a machine gun, but this gun over here shoots rockets like out of a pistol. You know, you want these kind of difference, like these variants of weapons. Whereas like when they say they have all these billion gazillion guns, it's like, oh, well, this one shoots acid that does 12 damage, whereas this one shoots acid at 14 damage. It's like, well, which one are you gonna think you're gonna choose, huh? I mean, this one's got a bit of a wooden stock here, you know, it's kind of wooden looking, and this one's more metal, you know, kind of difference. Like, really? Because when you want to think of difference in weapons, you want to think of like major differences, not like just tiny tweaks here and there, dude. And that's why they say they got bazillion guns and shit, is because they have tiny itty bitty tweaks, which is fucking idiotic, you know. You want to think about major differences. So that's, you know, Borderlands, stop that shit, really, stop that. But back to what I was saying about Sea of Thieves, you know, content. It's kind of repetitive a bit, but also like my biggest issue to this is kind of two things. Is one is the fact that there's no benefit to soloing the game, really, at all. It's seriously, there's no benefit. It's like you are on a major disadvantage if you try to play this game by yourself, period. I mean it's okay if you're trying to just do the missions here and there, but the fact that you're in an open world and other people can fuck with you is just stupid, seriously. Where And the wise words of Angry Joe, where you done fucked it up. Because seriously, problem with a lot of these developers, I find with some of these shooter games or whatever, you know, when they're making like these PvP aspects, is like they think either on one spectrum of a player or the other. Like they think of the pros or the shitty players. They don't think of the majority of the, you know, which is the average gamer. You know, they either think of like the pro players and what they would do and what would benefit them, or they think of the shitty players and what would benefit them. Pointing, well, I'm not sure what I was trying to say there, but best description of showing this is the Destiny game. Seriously, first Destiny was kind of more for the aspects of probably the pro players, you know, or like the kind of the average gamers, you know, and how to, you know, just go about playing the game, or like the PvP aspects. It was more of the pro aspects kind of thing, maybe, but mostly the game, just the regular base game, and trying to earn shit there. And like the one thing I hated the most about fucking Destiny in the PvP aspects was like how they had their random loot generator, which was the dumbest shit. Wasn't just that you might get something good, it's the fact that you might get something. You could get something, you could get nothing. Because there was a game where I was playing on free for all on Destiny, and I didn't do the worst, I didn't do the best. I was in the middle. I was straight in the middle on a game of free for all, and I was the only one to get nothing. I shit you not, seriously. Everybody got something, but I was the only one that got nothing. I don't care if I get like something stupid that I would sell for some currency in that game. Like, just give me something. That's why I hated the PvP random loot generator. It was so fucking stupid that it would just give you either something or nothing, which was what apparently carried on to Destiny 2. Seriously, that was the dumbest fucking shit. Really. And then when Destiny 2 came out, it wasn't more for like you had to really work hard for getting good loot or hope to get good loot. On Destiny 2, it was so easy. Seriously, it was so easy to get good loot. Seriously. They went from one end of the spectrum to the other. That's the problem with a lot of these developers. They don't think too well in the middle ground. They need to think of the middle ground of the players, of the average gamer. I mean, Destiny 2 was like seriously too easy. I could get a gold orb drop, whatever, you know, to turn in to see what I get once per day at least. Once per day I could easily get a gold weapon. It was stupid. I understand the fact of you trying to earn it. I mean, seriously, at least with the first game, like you knew you meant something because you earned something, you know? With that aspect, and that was okay, I think. Like, maybe they could have treated down a little for Destiny 2, but damn, they fucked it up. But, yeah, like I said, this is probably going to be a good rant video, too, but mostly I'm trying to do the Sea of Thieves review here, sorry. But, yeah, Sea of Thieves. There's just no benefit to soloing this game, seriously. Unless you're going to play with friends, just do yourself a favor. Avoid this game, especially until at least it comes down on prices here and there. Because seriously, like I said, for a $60 price range, if you're going to solo this game, just don't. Just don't. Unless you're like a really good pro player, like I said, because there is no benefit. There is no benefit to being a single person on this open world game. Because the one thing I was talking about why I think it's stupid is because there's no choice in a server. There's like no big ships only server. There's no small ships only server, or like 3-player only, 2-player only, 1-player only servers. You know, which would have made sense again if it was a $30 price range. Or if it was $60, then there needs to be more choice. That's what I hate about these developers. Like, they need to give you more choice. That's what I hate about these games. Like, say GTA Online. Rockstar, you're okay, you're good. This was a good game. But, oh my fucking god, the fact that you can go into a private game, like a private server with friends to do some stuff, fuck around, and turn cops off, it was fucking stupid. Seriously, these developers, they need to think more wide range of shit. They need to make it to where they give you more choices. That's the issue with a lot of these developers. Like, they don't give you much choices. Because in the end, like I said, they're either thinking of one end of the spectrum or the other. It's like either you're thinking of the pro players or the shitty players. You need to think more average gamer, period. Just an average gamer. And everything else around it will come together, you know, I feel. You know, everything, like, for the pro players, it'll come together and feel good or something. Or they're like, tell you know, if you could tweak this here or there, you know. That's why there's, like, input here and there. But I feel, like, seriously, Rare, you fucked it up. Because, like I said, there's no benefit to being a solo player. You don't earn more gold. You don't do more damage. Because they say, you know, it's all balanced that way. Which is stupid. Because doing so, balance it more if you have more players, because there is no friendly fire. The other aspects of which I really find it so fucking stupid, especially that's, a disadvantage to solo players, is these ports, where you get your missions and you turn the shit in. You could be like a foot away from the person you're trying to turn something in, and a player could just kill you like that. Seriously. Kill you like that, your chest drops, and they pick it up and sell it themselves. You're out. All that time and effort, just gone. Because Rare, again, fucked it up. Seriously. The fact that there's no safety there, because it's like they have these rules at these, at the bars of the ports saying, do this, but truthfully, we don't care because we're dipshits. Seriously, like one of the rules is like, be good to one another. Be good to other pirates. But if you don't, we don't really care. Because that's what I feel about this game. It gives it too much free range to assholes. That's what I thought about with fucking GTA Online when it came to a lot of these missions. Because seriously, think of Sea of Thieves as you would say the missions for you're trying to get those crates or get those cars, missions kind of things. It's like okay, instead of taking to your garage or whatever, those warehouses, you take it straight to the seller once you acquire the vehicle, and you could be like I said, a foot away from the seller. Boom, you get shot and killed, and boom, they take the vehicle and they're a foot away from the seller. Here you go, I'll take that money now. It's just too much free range for assholes, period. Rare gave too much free range. That's why I hated that in fucking GTA Online. These missions, like I said, if I could have a private server for Sea of Thieves, where I would make less gold, maybe only 25% of the gold you would make in the open world, and 25% of the XP, I would do it. I would fucking do it, because I hate the fact that, this open world shit where it's like you could easily get fucked over by anybody and everybody. Like I said, you could be a foot away from the person you're turning your shit into, get killed, and that person turn it in for themselves and make that gold, because there is no punishment to anybody being an asshole. Seriously, there is no punishment to assholes. There was somewhat of a punishment to assholes, say, in the PvP, the Dark Zone or whatever, in the Division. If somebody went and killed players there, they'd get a bounty on them. If they killed enough, I think, apparently, which was stupid, they'd get a bounty on them. But seriously, that game itself, that PvP area was, again, too much free range for assholes. A person could literally come up to that helicopter little drop area, after you put your shit in to claim it, they could cut it off, take it from themselves, and turn it in for themselves. Seriously, these developers need to stop this shit, dude. They're giving too much free range to assholes. Because they're thinking, again, of either the one end of the spectrum or the other, and with these aspects, they're thinking to one end of the spectrum. The pro players is okay. Or they're thinking, too much of, the spectrum of, giving too much options to some, one aspects of it, they're giving too much free range to assholes, as I said. There's, these codes in Sea of Thieves, but nobody really gives a shit about the codes, really, at all. Like I said, I think there's a code in there that says, be good to one another. That's the one code everybody else just doesn't give two shits about. I'm cool with other players, but, I feel like that one thing they should do was make the ports a no fighting zone kind of thing, and you couldn't do shit there at the ports, because you could be literally just docked there, done all your turn this shit in, and you're trying to get missions, and you're deciding which one you should do, where it is, and everything, and a fucking boat could come by and just sink your ship. There's no point to that at all. No, they're just going out of their way to be assholes. Seriously, that's all this game is doing. It's giving too much free range to assholes. Period. Seriously. As I said it before already in here, unless you're going to play with friends, do yourself a favor, stay away from this game, because there is no fucking benefit to soloing this game. Period. You're nothing but always at a fucking disadvantage. Always. So annoying. Just the dumbest shit. So yeah, That's my review, my thoughts on it all. Agree, disagree? That's up to you, but that's just my opinion.